Sometimes things come out even better than you could ever hope for, and this is one of those moments. Oh yeah. Street corn. If I'm doing it in my backyard, can it technically be called street corn? You wouldn't call it backyard corn, would you? But either way, this is gonna be delicious. I'm Matt Abdoo, and I'm your grill guide. First things first, we got the all-new Weber Titanium Genesis here. Look how gorgeous this grill is. We're gonna get this bad boy preheated to high heat because we want that heat to get a nice char on our corn. Little tip, whenever you're preheating your grill, when you're turning the gas on, you can hear the gas. Keep the lid open. Don't ever light it with the lid closed because we don't want it to go. We're now gonna close this lid and let this bad boy get as hot as it will get. We want those grates searing to get a nice char on our corn. So while that's heating up, let's peel our corn. One of my favorite memories of corn as a kid is I'm from upstate New York, and big farmland country, dairy farms, corn farms, green bean farms. And we would grow up, and during the summertime, we would have corn 3-4 nights a week. And I'd go with my dad, and there was this amazing tiny little farmer's market. Not even a farmer's market. It was like a farm stand on somebody's property. And they had a display with all the corn laid out. And they had a little box that was an on your honor system where it was 12 ears of corn for like $2. And it was a complete on your honor system. There was nobody there to man the stand. You brought your own bag. You picked up the corn. You put your money in the box. And you took it home. So when we got home, part of the job for the kids was to take all this corn and to peel it. So we'd be out in the backyard, me and my brothers, or on the back porch, and we'd just start peeling all this corn until we made a big pile of mess. I'm one of 4 boys. Dinner was for 6 every single night. So we would probably each eat an ear or 2 of corn each. So we'd always have at least a dozen ears of corn that we'd cook for dinner. When I grew up, we used to have those little corn forks that you'd stick in the end of the corn, and you'd pick it up and you'd eat it like that with the corn.
Is that exactly how you did it?
Pretty much. That's exactly how.
That's
exactly how we did it. Actually, it's totally crazy side anecdote. My father, whenever he would eat an ear of corn, it was the most magical way that he would do it. He would leave nothing left on the cob, and he was almost like a typewriter. It'd be like ding, ding. For those of you that might remember what a typewriter is, but anyways.
Impressive.
So we're gonna take one of these pieces of the husk of the corn, and we're just gonna tie it back and make a little knot. Super simple. It does not have to be complex at all. And now when we're grilling it, when you pick it up, you have this gorgeous, beautiful little handle that's like that. Visually, it's stimulating, it's fun, it's cute, it's clever, and you also have like a little handle when you want to eat the corn like that. Totally not necessary, but if you're just looking to sort of jazz it up a little bit more and give the kids something fun to do, that's your trick right there. Street corn can be made on a gas grill or live fire. So if you guys have your kettles at home, fire those bad boys up too. Get it as hot as you can get it, because what we want is we want to create a nice char on this corn. That toasted flavor in the corn is what's going to give us a lot of that flavor. We don't want to be moving around the corn. We want it to sit. Corn's got a lot of liquid in it. So the more we move it around, the more that liquid's going to escape, and it's going to cause it to wash off that char. So once it goes on the grill, don't get impatient with it. Let it cook. You're going to start to hear it pop and sizzle. That's what we want to hear. It almost like popcorn, right? It's going to be popping, sizzling, charring. That's the good stuff. So what we're going to be doing is making sure we're giving it about 3 to 4 minutes per side. That we're going to rotate, cook, rotate. Be patient. We want to develop that char's flavor. We don't want to burn it. We want that beautiful char. So be patient with this while it's going. Let's have a beer. Let's have fun. But don't leave. Make sure you stay with your corn because we don't want to burn it. You guys might have been thinking, why didn't I put any oil on the corn? Very important reason. The oil could drip down into the fire and create a flare up and put soot on our corn, and we just don't want that. So while that's going to be cooking, let's make our crema. Crema might sound fancy, but it's so simple. But my goal for you today, guys, in the many months we're going to be cooking together, is I want to show you simple, easy recipes that are going to elevate all those flavor profiles and make them really delicious and special at home. Sour cream, mayonnaise, lime juice, some garlic, and chopped cilantro. That's all it takes to add that incredible flavor to that street corn. This crema is super versatile, guys. If you're not going to use all of it, you can make it, just put it in your refrigerator, food safe container. Use it for things like steak, chicken, fish. It's a delicious condiment that can be used in so many different ways. When your corn is done, all we have left is plating. If you want to take it a little darker, you totally can. If you don't like as much char, you can back off of it. But here's where the magic happens. When we take this amazing crema that we just put together and we start lathering it all over that corn.
Much?
Oh yes, you want to completely douse this corn in that sauce. You want that much onto it. But again, it's your corn. If you want to put a little less or you want to dip it per bite, you do you. That's what food is all about. It's about making you and the friends and family and loved ones happy, and you can do it any way you want. We're gonna finish it off and garnish with a little bit of that Cotija cheese, generously just draping it all over that corn, and finish it with a sprinkle of your favorite barbecue seasoning. It can even be something as simple as some chili powder. Garnish it up with some fresh cilantro and fresh lime wedges, so you'd add a little bit extra lime juice to it if you want, and this corn is ready to eat. This wasn't hard, this was easy, we did it together, right? But this is a showstopper of a vegetable side dish for your next backyard barbecue or Wednesday dinner. Nate, I've been talking a lot, now it's time to eat it. Oh, stop it. Crunchy, charry, bright citrus from that lime juice, the creaminess, I probably have it all over my face, but don't judge. This is just corn with the flavor explosion happening to it. Everything comes together, that little nuance of garlic that's in that crema, the cilantro, the lime juice, the creaminess from the sour cream and the mayonnaise. This is a must-do, and it's an absolute showstopper, and this was pretty easy, right? If you don't have this new titanium grill at home, fire up your Weber charcoal, you're gonna get it done just as good. Don't forget, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep telling us what it is you wanna learn to cook, because we wanna teach you. I'm Matt Abdoo, and I'm your grill guide.
Hey Matt, you got a little something on.
Where'd I get it? Oh, there it is.
You're good.
You know-
Everything else looks perfect.
There we go. How about in this general area? This is good?
Nah, you're fine.
Oh, baby. There's zero judge, actually.